Alright, we've got a new mission to take care of. It looks like the military truck has mysteriously gone missing, but I'm sure the military guys will find that. Let's just jump on into the compute and get started. So, Anton Wolf is back in action. It's a side mission. Aquila's tools. Security company installing several secure vaults on the premises. They must have a gold mine of tools laying around. So he wants us to rob Aquila's security, but maybe it's just the vaults again. Maybe it's not the full mission. It's hard to say. But what's Parisa got to say? So we're going to file a case against Mr. Amantides. But to secure evidence for a connection to the drug lab, we need to download their communication data at the mall, multiple antennas, and we need to get them within line of sight of the van, by the look of it. It shouldn't be too bad. Back to the mall we go, I guess. So yeah, I did a couple of side missions whilst we were gone. So, fire alarm, wired alarm boxes. And let's see. Make sure each antenna is within range and has free line of sight. Of this van, which we can move. So, do we have to expose them all and then drive around in that van to pick them all up, maybe? But yeah, I did the side mission here where we steal all the mall ornaments. That was mildly interesting in that it had alarm robots which triggered when you got too close to them, but they weren't that different to the gun robots because basically the idea was the same. If you get too close, then you just get boned by it. So that was fair enough. Also did the last mission on the island, which is pretty straightforward. There was a yacht, I had to drag it in front of the turrets and then blow it up, and job was good. So what exactly are we doing here? Where's the van gone? Right, let's try and figure things out. Because... Right, there we go. So yeah, it's just a case of drive it up and it connects. And then, is it gone now? Do they all have to be connected at once? That could be tricky. Because there's one out front. They all have to be connected at once. Let's see. Now that one's connected. And yeah, the other one's gone. So we're going to need to park up somewhere out there, I would guess. So we'll just casually drive through that. That's no problem. I mean, we should be able to move them, right? But we probably want to keep moving them to a minimum if we can. That one's connected to a wired alarm box there. That was satisfying, the way that fell down. I enjoyed that. Right, so can we just move this one over here somewhere? That's about as far as it'll go. It's that one at the back I'm concerned about. Because I feel like that one could be tricky to get anywhere other than where it currently is, because it's got a very short cable. Is there any way we can get our van onto the roof? Because that would be funny. Would it help? Maybe. Maybe not. What have we got around the front here? That one is connected to an alarm box down there. Let's restart, actually. I feel like this is a mission where I don't really want to mess anything up until I've got some vague idea of what I'm doing. And I also want to try lifting the van onto the roof of the mall, just because it'd be funny. Now, what about you? You look like a fun vehicle, all told. We've got support legs, that's cool. Pretty tall. But are you tall enough to get the van on the roof of the mall? Probably not. But we could try. Let's get those support legs in place. Now, do we control that separately? We do. Let's lower this onto our truck. Let's see how high we can go. We can get pretty high with it. That's cool. Oh, I managed to connect to one over there. That's interesting. So we've got 3 of them in place already. It's the last couple that will be the problem. Let's go have a look at this last one that we haven't really scoped out yet. The one that's over at the back end of the mall somewhere. So it's outside. It's 2 meters below the player. Oh, there it is. By the look. So what if we expose this wall? Then it falls off and we set off the alarm. Dagnabbit. I should have been more careful. Ah, we haven't got a quick save. I mean, that seems like a pretty good strat. Aside from the whole it falling off thing. Right, what if we break the ground, break the wall out underneath it? And then we go up and get a plank or something and make it fall onto the plank so we can just grab it and bring it into the building a little bit. How good would that be? Oh, come on. I was sure I'd grab that. Ah, I grabbed it, but not in time. So maybe another plank is the answer. Just to slow it down a tad. Right, there we go. And then I didn't let go of it in time.
You're making this harder than it needs to be.
Maybe if I'm just stood directly under it and it'll just fall onto our heads and not... Nope. I want a reliable way of doing it. Maybe a cable is a reliable way. Yeah, this seems to be working. No. This is a real fiddly thing that I'm trying to do, which means it's probably not the intended way of doing it. But that's fine. Let's try the old plank again. That kind of worked last time. Let's try a series of planks. I just need it to sit up here in a position where it can be seen through the wall.
Flashback. End of flashback.
Just sit there. Nope, fell off again. Right, slightly longer plank. Now just... Maybe these planks are not the ones. Just rest on this bit of wall. There we go. That's what I was aiming for. So now what? And also, what about the back one? We'll worry about the back one in a bit. Let's get our truck in position. Okay, this time it's not quite working because our truck is at an odd angle. So, oh, there we go. It's kind of wobbled back into place. Right, so that's 3. Now, is the range close enough? Is the question, or have we just wasted all of our time? Alright, so where's the truck? It's out here somewhere. So let's clear out that bit of wall. Because that's definitely in the way. That bit of wall's definitely in the way. Truck's a bit further over that way. Right. Bollocks. Right, so where's the van? Is that tree going to be in the way? Probably. No, it's not. Hopefully that bit of wall's also not in the way. Now, whereabouts is our thing? It's over there somewhere. I feel like it's going to be out of range even if it's within line of sight. Yeah, because that's our antenna, isn't it? Although the tip of it is just behind that bit of wall. Bollocks! Should probably have started by checking the antenna was in a good place. This mission is unforgiving. Or I'm just doing it in a stupid, stupid way, which is probable. It's probably a bit of both. I feel like the answer is raising up the truck, though. They're not going to give you a cool new vehicle that lets you lift up vans and then not have you lift up a van. Because that'd just be insane. Ooh. Ooh. Bollocks. Is it possible that I could say get 4 of them connected and then just break the alarm on the last one and bring it over? I guess that's possible.
By Jove, he's got it.
So, it is kind of at ground level. I'd rather have it raised up a touch. Stay up there, Luz. Because I think it's just the tip that counts. That's all we're worried about, just the tip. This is where we find that the range just isn't long enough anyway. But to find that out, we're going to need to break some walls. What did that... Oh, that just knocks it off, did it? Fine, we'll do it with a shotgun. Yeah, I feel like it's just not in range. Although we still haven't really got a clear path to it, have we? Because it's still... Yeah, we kind of have. It's there. It's there. Oh, balls. Right. Shall we restart? Or no? We won't give up just yet. We'll try and connect the 4th one. And then if we can connect the 4th one, then maybe we can just run across with the 5th one. So where was the 4th one? It was over here and outside on the wall, right? There it is. Right, so it's at that sort of height. Let's see. Shift your bum, Luna. Good girl. Don't need cats wandering around amongst all these explosions. Ouch. Alright, a couple of extra booms there, and let's have a look. The van is outside somewhere. Slightly more controlled boom. Now, where did I leave my van? That bomb seems to take an extra half second to go off. That's odd, but we'll take it. Right, so there's the one that we don't want to damage. There's our van. There's a fire. Probably take care of that. And there's also a fire over there, which we should probably deal with, because the fire alarms are going to go off if we're not careful. Is there another fire? Or is it just that one starting up again? You could make a whole game out of this, you know. Firefighter simulator. There could well be a third fire somewhere that I've not spotted, but let's just try and properly deal with this one if we can. Maybe remove some of the fuel. What does it fires need? They need fuel, they need oxygen, and they need heat. You can remove any one of the three, you can put the fire out. If I remember my workplace safety training correctly, which I probably don't. Although IRL, you tend not to have an infinite use fire extinguisher, which definitely helps. There we go, fire alert dealt with. Now there's our van. I may have been blowing up walls in entirely the wrong spot to actually connect the van to anything. Also, the van is kind of pointing in the wrong direction. I'd need to rotate it somewhat. Because, yeah, we want the antenna pointing the other way. Like so. And now we've dropped the van. Is that a problem? I mean, it's still connected to those three. Let's try and hoist it again. I don't think we've broken anything important. Yeah, there is kind of a fire alert going off as well, so I should probably go and deal with that before I worry more about the van. Right, fire problem solved once again. Let's make our way back out the side. Now, van is... it kind of wants to connect, but it's slightly too far away from one, so... yeah, I just want it to turn around is all. It's so fiddly to just get in a spot where it can see all three and it's facing the right sort of direction for me. Because I just want the van rotated so its antenna is pointing towards them all. Is that too much to ask? Like that, kind of. Nope, it's going all the way around. Now it's just spinning wildly. Right. There. That's what I wanted, basically. That took way too much fiddling. but now it's connected to all three. Now, how do we connect it to the back wall one? Step one is we blow up some artwork. Maybe that one as well. Sorry, duck. I don't know, where's this antenna? There it is. So. Let's clear a path from here to the van. Now, is this going to work, or is the range too long? It looks like the range might be too long again. Because that's surely now within line of sight. Let's just throw all this crap out of the way just because. I feel that's in line of sight. So maybe we'll have to do what we tried to do with the other one, which is get it off the wall in a sensible way that doesn't break it. Which is kind of fiddly, because you have to get real close to things to be able to plank them or cable them. Which is kind of vexing. Right, so we'll plank our way up here. Right, there it is. Now, can we plank our way up to catch it? What is that plank doing? Not a lot. Just breaking things. Physics didn't like that. Alright. Yeah, we've got it. Now, can we... Oh, we can bring it down to ground level and bring it in. Kind of wanted it at a higher level, but we'll take what we can get. So how far can we stretch this? Not much further, I wouldn't think. Yeah, I kind of want it higher up, so let's bring it back out. Pop down another plank there and see if we can't climb up this plank. It's a bit steep. We should be able to climb up this one. And then in here. Is this actually going to work? Are we actually going to be able to lift it in to the building? Looks kind of like we are. Well, it's being fiddly. Just wouldn't lift any higher up for some reason. There we go, we can lift it to that sort of height. And grab it again. But yeah, we can't quite lift it high enough to get it into this building for some reason. There we go. Good. That's kind of what I wanted. It's still connected. Now, this is a higher floor though, isn't it? That's some big kabooms. Where's our van gone? There it is. Didn't intend to blow the back of the van up, but we may have just done that. Oops. Now we've fallen down a hole. Wonderful. Alright, so there's the van. There's our antenna. I feel like we're close to getting it to connect. It's just kind of hard because you can't see where things are in relation to other things. If you know what I mean. Because the van outline doesn't travel very far, so... Oh, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Some sort of indication that it might be in the right sort of spot, even if the distance is too far. Now, is that as far as it's going to go? Because I don't have to faff again with moving the van. Although I might have to, because it's so close. But if I try and move the van again, then it's all just going to go tits up, isn't it? Yeah, done it. We've got 4 of them connected. I have made a meal of this mission, I feel. But we've got 4 done. Oh, as for the last one. Do we just cable it up to this van, perhaps? And then drag it round the corner? That could be fun. Where did we leave the last one? Did we leave it in the building? Kinda. Let's see what happens if we just bring it down to us. Cable it to the back of the van. Drive around. And it's connected. And now we can just make our way to our escape vehicle, which we left over here somewhere. Lovely. Jeez, we overthought that one a bit, I think. But we got all 5 done. And we got to use the big grabby truck crane thing, so yeah, that was alright. We're a guru. We've received a new cash reward. Very nice. It's looking wonderful up here now. We got Crimbo decks and everything. Wonder if we nicked a few for ourselves when we went and got Gordon's stuff from the mall. But an extra 3 grand is nice. Now let's see. Advertised struck by vandalism. No items reported stolen. Everything's on sale since the mall will need to close for renovations. Yeah, we kind of wrecked it up quite a bit, all told. And I guess that's just going to repeat that bit again. Oh no, we've got some more stuff about Room. Wounderland is coming soon. That should be fun. So, let's have a look, shall we? We've got new messages. I've got another new side mission to do at some point. Anton Wolf leaving construction. Oh, he's had his thing for the parking garage cancelled. He's opening a pawn shop instead. So, he wants us to go and visit Frustrum to help stock up the pawn shop. So you just want us to steal a bunch more shit for you, Anton, basically. And I've got 2 side missions involving stealing stuff. Aquila's security from Mr. Amantide. Robots secured in store vaults on the premises. And prototypes as well. And he wants us to heist a bunch of droids. Good stuff. Maybe we'll get round to that next time.